What's up, YouTube? Back with another video. LA Mamba. It is March 26, 2023. And I'm here to make videos for tire shop business and multiple streams of income. Here we go. So if you saw my last video of me going live at the tire shop and working on the cars and mounting and balancing, and you will see this man in the video that I was talking to. Now I don't know if you can hear what we're talking about, what he's saying, but this guy, he was the original owner for Discount Tires many years ago. Right now there's over 1,000 plus locations of Discount Tires, and he's one of the rare ones that says, well, actually he's like the only one I know that says, oh, I don't like the tire shop business. That he's actually done it. And he was saying in the video, he said a few things. He was saying that he had like $500,000 in inventory on his locations. I think when he sold it, he said he had like 25 or something like that. But he said that the managers would pretty much fake it when it comes to like, oh, you need this, you need that. And so then they'll sell it, but when you do things like that, you get a bad rep, and you'll catch on, which happened to him. And it's just one of the things I want to address. That's actually a good one. Like, what do you do if you have like too much tires you can't sell, right? Like in his case, he had it per store, each store, he said. But let's just say you have one placing. What do you do in that situation, right? So, the way I see it is, first of all, like, if you know your business and you can sell, for like a set, like, is this an example? Let's just look at these right here. When I got these tires in the discounted tires that I bought, 215, 6015s, right? So like the guy who sold it to me, he's probably like, fuck, like this size sucks, like almost sounds too cheap. So this guy sold me these new tires. Look at this shit, man. Hankook, badass quality when it comes to the tire lasting long, and the $45 each. And so like when I saw the tires, I was like, man, I just struck gold pretty much. Kind of what I do is I sell these tires for 205 65 15s. So I put like a bunch here and I put more in the front, and then I've been signing up for that size. To me, 205 65 15 is a hot size, and it's very easy just to like tell the customer, hey, look, I got these. A little bit wider. It's you're gonna feel better traction when you turn corners. It's gonna feel better. I got this very good quality for the price of a Chinese tire, and they're like, hell yeah, put them on. It's pretty much the same thing, same height, but just a little bit wider. So if you learn how to do that, if you learn how to sell rare sizes for like common sizes, which every size has that, by the way, not just some, every size has that. Every rare size you can put a common size in for, or backwards, then you'll be having no problem selling tires. And so another way to get over that is like you actually do put them online. You list them online, and man, they're gonna sell fast. I mean, I'm not gonna say super fast, but they'll sell pretty quick. You know, I wish I had more time to list tires, but you know, that's not a priority for me right now. So I'll just leave them, and you know, when people find, this is the way I saw it. Like, so if you put your hot stuff online, then it's gonna sell fast, and it's like, okay, big deal. Like, you know, yeah, you get your money, but that's not the problem. That's not the hard part. That's the easy part, right? Now, if you would list your hard stuff on there, now that's more normal, because your easy stuff is gonna sell your shop, period, regardless, right? So the hard stuff, yeah, it's better. Okay, I sold my hard stuff and I got my easy stuff left, and that's always how I've done it. Like, if I got like pairs, I think it's gonna be hard to sell. I'll post them. Like, I'll post. And by the way, if you post that kind of stuff too, like, you get another type of. If you have like a, you know, out here in LA, it's saturated market when it comes to tire shops and posting online. I'm not the only one. This is not a secret. Like every shop does it, right? So they'll post their stuff, they'll post it for sale, and then they'll sell, right? And what I'll do backwards. I'll put the hard stuff on there, so my stuff sells. You know, I can make more profit, and I keep my good stuff, and the good stuff is gonna go to my customers. So if I keep my good stuff and the customer comes, you know, I sell, right? Because it's the easy stuff. Then it's like they go and they tell their friends, they tell their family, hey, I just bought tires here at this place, man. They always have my size, you know, like whatever, right? And then it was like, and then their friends, family comes and then sell again, right? They're more easy stuff. So I always pretty much figure you know, save the good stuff for my customers, and I sell the uncommon stuff, the hardest stuff to sell online. It's always been very great for me, and then you know, it's one of the things when I started doing this business, is that I wanted to build a business, period, right? I don't want to like be a hustler. A hustler was like, yeah, you got to hustle too and make some money, but you know, hustler, once you stop hustling, you're not gonna make no money. It just dies up. But once you build a business and those continue, you know, people keep recommending people, and people just keep recommending, then it never ends. It just grows and grows, actually. And I mean, yesterday, super busy day, like all day. I was so tired at the end. It was good. I feel great today. You know, it keeps me healthy and on my game. And I love it. So anyways, yeah, the tires, like if you have like a whole bunch in your warehouse, to me that would be a great thing, a good thing. $500,000 in inventory. I don't even have $500,000 in inventory, right? I would be like, I love that. But if you know, you bought a place, let's say you have like a lot of money, you bought places, because you know, there's different levels of tire shop businesses. So, you know, there's the high end stuff like that too. If you buy a store that has like $500,000 in inventory, yeah, you just gotta learn how to sell that stuff through other sizes, like I was just talking about. But yeah, like this guy was saying, he bought the like a Uniroyal store, and at this Uniroyal store he had, like, you know, of course, like back in the day, I was around back then when they had those little bubble balancers. I'm sure they're still around now, but you know, he was saying that those things take forever, and you know, his pretty much like stupid, and he fucking put new electrical balancing machines, you know, the good stuff. And yeah, I started doing a lot of business stuff, but he just didn't like it. Like, again, all his store I was talking to, his stores, all these managers, and they just, you know, they just take advantage, you know. And that's what I always say in these freaking videos, is like, I don't like that, you know. I don't like multiple tire shops. You have a freaking manager, and then these fools are fucking doing whatever they want, making their side deals and stuff. And it's like, yeah, there goes all your, well, not all your money, but all your profits. But that's just me, right? So so yeah, that was yesterday's video. I was just thinking about stuff, and then I started thinking about, you know, Also, other things I've been learning about, like the real estate game and just how things are changing so much. There's just so much money going around, and like, man, there's like things that just like you. How can I say it? It's like I didn't know a lot of these things existed, and you know, this is more on the professional level. It's not really like when it comes to like investing. That's why I always learn like a gang when I've just going to these meetups, like, and they're talking about every like type of like real estate, you know, corner you can think of. This last meetup, I went to a flippers meetup, and it's a whole different type of people when it comes to like, you know, what type of people were there? Loan officers, there was flippers, there was private money lenders. That's, you know, that's hard to find, private money lenders. And I met someone that, and there was people were asking about that, and you know, that I was like, oh yeah, like, you know, if I know anybody, you know, I'll shoot them your way, which I did get a contact there, by the way. And that's pretty crazy, like the things they were doing, you know, ground up construction. I learned a lot about that, and multiple exit strategies when it comes to like, okay, like, you know, there's 3 different ways you can get out of that deal. But it's never ending with the multiple streams of income for me. For when it comes to learning, I never thought I'd see like the stuff I saw there, but it's pretty crazy, like what people do to like make money. I mean, I just didn't like, for someone to be like a broker of the guy who has a lot of money, or people that have a lot of money, just to like make sure that they don't get screwed. I didn't know that, you know, people had that kind of trouble, you know what I mean? To me, it's like, oh, that's pretty easy to see. But it was pretty interesting. Anyways, I'm always learning and growing too, and I feel, you know, and more what I see at these, you know, okay, so I go to this meetup, right, and I was actually looking at what everybody's doing. I'm actually the guy who met the most people at that meetup, right? And you know, I came trained from my meetup, and I was just talking to all kinds of people, from like people already starting out to like people who have one home to like builders to like, you know, very experienced loan officers. It was you know, investors too. There was some investors, my type of people. But it was, you know, it was very interesting. And what I can say is that I feel that there's a lot of people not looking ahead, and you know, checking out what's going on. And like, just an example, like one of the things at the meetup was like, all right, like, well, how do you think, you know, where do you see things going, right? So like, you know, I'm like, okay, well, I'm currently going through a flip right now, and you know, so it's already done, but it's for sale, and you know, it's been very slow, like no offers, a lot of lookers, but you know, interest rates are pretty high, and you know, it makes it really hard for people to buy. And not only that they while I'm going through the whole thing, you know, it's almost a year now, zero cash flow from that deal, and no end in sight, kind of like, okay, there's like, you know, not offer is what I'm trying to say, right? But if you see what the Fed says, then that's like, hey, you know, they just said it, you know, like it's gonna happen, right? And they said we're gonna pretty much continue raising interest rates, and you know, that's what I said to these guys, and they're like they don't even know what I'm talking about. You know, I don't know, it's like weird. And yeah, I mean, that same night or like the next night or something, I don't know when was it, but they raised 0.25. You know, so it was like, and they're not, you know, and they say it also, they're not planning to stop until like they get the job done, meaning they're gonna keep raising these rates. So when the when the interest rates raise, that means that property values will follow with going down. That's like the one thing you can say, right? I'm not saying it's gonna be slowing down with like people not buying. I'm saying that looking at the charts, I go to the meetups and I see what they're teaching, that they can continue to buy even during high interest rates, but the values will fall because they can afford less, right? So although it's not much going on right now with the interest rates, and but it's slowly going down. It's been slowly coming down. The interest rates has been slowly going up. So pretty much it's not really a good thing for if you're in that flipper space, right? And it's super good to be in like a spot where you have like low to no leverage, and you have cash flow coming in every month. And that's all I was just talking to these guys, and everybody has different strategies, but the point is it's just never ending freaking when it comes to these as more that you so check it out. So now you have options of how can you further your career, let's say investing or whatever it is, or just making money, period, right? So now if you have the option, there's a whole bunch of lands everywhere, right? So then it's all right, so if you have a piece of land you can purchase, because people are willing to do seller financing, it's probably the hardest, it is probably the most important part to start with is the land, but it's also I think it's kind of the easiest part to acquire, just because banks don't lend on lands, and sellers want to sell their land, so they'll do seller financing on it, and they would love to get cash flow. So they think, okay, what can I do with the land? They go to the city, they can't figure out what to do, because the city says, no, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do nothing, pretty much. You can plant, they say, that's it, right? And so they try to figure out how to create cash flow with this piece of land that they had for many years, and they're like, well, if I sell it and I sell it for seller financing, then I create cash flow from this land and no expenses, and so I think that's the easiest part, in my opinion. Well, to me, it's been offered about that, and I just refused because I'm not into the lands and stuff. But the point is, if you had different plans of building there's all kinds of things you can build, right? Retail, there's multifamily, there's condos, right? So you sell the condos off, or townhomes, sell the townhomes off. So you just pretty much figure, okay, what kind of strategy I would like the best. Okay, you think about your customer base, think about the exit strategy, and you're okay, now you go down that rabbit hole, and then you just okay, you stop because of this, you stop because of that, you stop because of this, right? And a lot of the again, I've been through this shit, man. I've been through this 08 times. I'm not saying it's gonna be like that, but when things get harder, when money starts tightening, the banks are not gonna want to lend. They're just gonna tighten up the screws even more and more and more, and it could be we'll fucking do a loan to you, but it's gonna be I don't know, I'm just saying things, right? It could be oh yeah, but you gotta have 50% of the money, let's just say, and we'll do the deal, right? So you gotta have the land, you gotta have 50% of the money, and we'll freaking lend also. And you start thinking about okay, well, what are the possibilities? You can build an apartment building, right? And to me, that's my favorite part, is multifamily, that is just one pretty much one property, many units on that one property, right? It's just a lot safer instead of having one property and one tenant. What if that tenant doesn't pay? There goes 100% of your income. But if you had let's say 7 of them, then one doesn't pay, then you have like 6 incomes coming in still, right? On the same property. So it's just something to like be learning, you know, even though you're not gonna do nothing now, but you do plan on doing things in the future. It's just very important to like continue to like learn and grow. And I'm just sharing to you what like I've learned recently. It's just a little bit of you know, what I've been up to when it comes to that part. But it's very interesting that, you know, if you have family that have like a piece of land and they're not doing nothing with it, and you can be like, okay, well, it's in the city. You know, you can go to the city and find out information. You go and ask them, you know, what type of building do you guys need in the city right now, currently? Like in this location, what would be good? And, you know, cities will give you a pretty good idea. They can't really say it directly, I think, but they would kind of say, you know, okay, well, we need this, right? We need affordable housing or whatever it is they need, you know, like they need, I don't know, you know, car wash or something, I don't know. But, you know, that's just something that's a possibility, an extra avenue you can explore when you have like nothing that exists and then you can build something from it. It's just really awesome because, you know, it just kind of becomes endless when it comes to that part. And that's a real cool factor when it comes to if you're gonna keep it just long term, it's gonna be an awesome product for you to keep in your portfolio. All right, guys. Well, I'm about to open up the shop in a little bit. So it is 8:06. So it's in the morning time right now, and we're gonna be opening up at 9 o'clock. I hope it's gonna be a very good day like it was the last 2 days. But I'll let you guys go. Mamba out.